So hello, I'm Kyriakos, and I'm supposed to present to you the lesson and the plan with the title Solving Problems of Movement, City Organization of Movements within the city with the use of AI tools. I have to speed up my presentation. Maybe I could use an AI tool to speed up. It's an everyday problem, I think. This time I should already be finished. Actually, this presentation consists of 25 slides, and it's a conversion of my of the plan that was made in Microsoft Word. This plan, and it is just a conversion to a slideshow that I made with just a few clicks using an AI tool. I will show you how we did it by the end of the presentation. I used the Microsoft tool, and with just a few clicks, I made the presentation. Okay, let's go back.
One question.
Yes.
Are these expected to be license presentation if it came from this clicks you said?
I think so, because Microsoft is preparing this tool to give it to everybody in Microsoft 365 platform. It's a part of Copilot, and it's an early release of this tool. Copilot is just released in the US, not in Europe yet, I think.
Put it in the YouTube on the
No, because it's in the web version of Word in the web already. I didn't do anything illegal. I just used the Word version of Word, and there is a tool there, convert to slideshow. Export the Word file to PowerPoint. I'll show you. So I'll speed up. I will only focus on a few of the slides. This plan is for ages 16 to 18 for 10 and to 12th grade. It's proposed for 16 learning hours, and this is the main idea. No, here is the main idea. It's about solving problems of movement that appears in all mathematics and physics books. We have some of these problems of movement, but maybe the classical way of teaching is boring for students. But if we try to involve problems of real life, this could be very difficult. Because of constraints, because of many information. But if we give them tools to do that, AI tools, and combine these two, the traditional way and solving problems of real life, that is more interesting, giving them these tools, it should be a very interesting thing, I think, for the students. That's the main idea. And also, we can combine a subject like mathematics, physics, history, and computer science in all these projects. So I'll go straight to the activities. Activity 1. We start with the classical way of teaching for problems of speed, shorter route, try to find the more economical routes or the more reliable route to move from one place to another. This is something that appears in most mathematics or physics books. And this is sometimes boring or sometimes very difficult for students. And we give them, there are some problems there in every book, but what happens if we gradually give them more difficult information, like when we have to move from one place to another, you have the tables of arrivals and departures of buses, you have maybe, you can use bikes that appears in some places. Maybe you have to use Uber or taxi, or maybe you have to consider the traffic in the city. That's a lot of information for the students. So when they calculate some things that's easy, then it's getting more and more complicated, and they cannot manage to solve all this and manage all this information. So that's the main idea, and then you tell them that maybe there are some tools, technology you can use, and then you go to the next step. So the next step is to present them some of these applications we can use, like Movit, Google Maps, Uber, or anything similar. And they tried, most of them already know some of them. They play with these applications. They try to calculate the distance or the cost of the traveling, or maybe the time they need to go from one place to another. So they're getting familiar with this kind of applications. The next step, it's an activity to maybe, in this project you can introduce also historical or cultural knowledge, because you will let them visit some important points of the city. So you can discuss with them some historical or other knowledge within that city. So you can do that in classical ways using maps or websites, but there is also an AI tool. It is very good. It's called Smart Guide. And I like it very much. It provides you information about the various important sites of the city, as well as the ability to plan your routes to visit them, and real-time track where you are, and how to move around to plan your visits more efficiently. I have a video of the site. In their site there is a video introducing this, because I think it's something not all of you.
Well, guides used to be just boring, but COVID-19 made these guides obsolete overnight. Tourists don't want to mingle with crowds in the tour group or use an unhygienic audio guide anymore. People still want to travel, but not like before. The Smart Guide app turns the traveler's phone into an engaging and safe personal guide. It guides visitors outside of the crowd like a live guide and tells them interesting stories about the place they visit. Your destination will be featured among day trips from nearby cities. When a visitor arrives at your destination, she'll receive a notification that she can be Smart Guide year-round. If she did not use Smart Guide in one of the previous 400 destinations, you can help her by placing smart links on posters, tickets, and a website. With a simple click on a link or scanning a QR code, Smart Guide app will install and automatically open your relevant guide. If you're providing content in multiple languages, we will automatically display the user's preferred language first, and she can change it any time. Before setting off, she can download the entire guide on hotel Wi-Fi, so she can even explore without an internet connection. She can then choose a recommended smart tour, put on her headphones, and embark on a journey. With routes clearly marked on the map, it is easy to follow. On an iPhone, she can also view the route and points of interest in augmented reality. Her mundane journey will be transformed into an immersive experience with stories about the places she visits that play automatically at the right place based on GPS.
Water has always played an important role in the fortress.
And if the recommended tour doesn't suit her, she can check out all available places of interest and bookmark her favorites. Smart Guide learns her preferences and, over time, gives more personalized recommendations. Turn-by-turn navigation shows her the fastest way to any place. She can also wander freely around the destination where the wind blows, and when she approaches an interesting place, Smart Guide will offer to tell her a story about it.
The square has always been the center of the fortress.
It is like having a tour guide by your side during your entire visit. Finally, she will learn about special offers and important information that you can send directly to all of your visitors. It is really that simple. She explores at her own pace and has a full guide for her trip conveniently in her phone, and by avoiding crowded tour groups, she'll feel safe and comfortable. Would you like to have more like her among your customers?
Okay, you got the idea? Oh. So next, start involving all this information with historical and cultural knowledge. Next, we can plan a visit in the city with our students. We can divide them into groups, into maybe 3 groups, and they have to plan their visit to 5 points in the city, in each group separately, and using all these tools. And their goal is to visit these points as quickly, economically, and efficiently as possible, with maybe one teacher for each group working together. And if they can use anything they like, Move It or Google Maps or Uber or Smart Guide. And the last activity, they have to present to the class how they plan their visits and what experiences they gained in this project, in this situation. They talk also for the pros and cons of the AI tools they used, and maybe they suggest any new features they want to be added to these tools, or they could think of maybe propose something new to be developed that they could help them move around or plan their visit. That's not something to express themselves and let them think and discuss their experiences and make suggestions for new developments. Okay, that's the main idea, and now I will show you how I did the conversion of the Word file to a PowerPoint.
Before this, can I add something?
Yes.
I think that it's very, very, very important, very, very interesting, this approach. This is something like a shift paradigm for the movement, and
Yes.
for us, and also for teaching.
Yes.
Did you implement some ideas?
No, it was just my first thought how I could manage all these AI tools our classical work at school. I didn't have the chance yet to implement it.
Yes, we can cooperate. For
Yes,
this,
okay.
Because I will try to integrate this in our curriculum.
Okay.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Okay.
What else you can do with this? If you want to link to the curriculum, let's say today's curriculum for the future, you can make a game like treasure hunting. You know, and every page you have a question or information. We have to solve a puzzle. And it would be nice to design so some of the information, you have 10 sports of information, but you only give them access to choose 8.
Okay.
So with the 8, they should be able, they should pick which 8 to choose based on the title in order to maximize their chance to solve the puzzle.
Okay.
Or the problem. But this problem could be hard to create. If we take mathematics, it could be a word problem, broken down to different information. That you need in order to model your problem, word problem into a mathematical, and find the answers. This idea, the procedure, instead of listing, it could be some steps that would be like a curriculum treasure hunt, for example.
Okay.
If we want to adapt to this case, today's curriculum as a tool.
It is nice if you can include this idea of activities in your presentation, Kyriakos.
Okay.
Sorry for this, because it is a nice idea,
Yes.
and we like.
I will discuss it with him. I will discuss it with him to understand more, and
Okay.
I will do it.
Like activity 6.
Okay.
This classroom activity, this could be a make a clear classroom activity.
Yes.
It's very nice. Or QR code, we can use also QR codes there to find information. And lots of things.
Okay, this was the original form of the lesson and creativity plan, and it is open in the web form of Word. It's not in the desktop version. It's on the web version of Word, and there is here an ability to export this Word file to PowerPoint. But when I tried to do this in this version, in this table version of my lesson activity plan, the result was very poor. So I read something in the web how it should be to be created more efficiently, and I converted the Word file to a list version, not a table version, something like this. With the paragraph titles here in bold, and then a list, a numbered list. It's the same learning and creativity plan, but it's in this form. As you can see, the titles and then the main body in a list. And I just did this process. Export to PowerPoint. You have to choose a theme, I think, now. I'm in the web. Just choose a theme. Maybe this one. And press export. And it will be ready. I just had to adapt to make a few changes to make it fit the template that Daphne sent us. Let's see. It doesn't take too much. I don't know. Maybe it's the internet.
Yes.
It takes only a few seconds, but now there's a delay. you have to see it. You have to wait because it's impressive. Oh, have a difficulty. Why?
Try again, try again.
Try again. I think it's working. No. Maybe I will show you the first result I have here. Let me see. I think this one, the first result. That was one of the tries I made. It was something like this. As you can see, the pictures were chosen by the application. I didn't do anything. All the pictures were the AI tool scanned the text and made the slides with all these pictures according to the text there. Okay, thank you.